Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be making a video about Workhorse stock and why Workhorse stock has been recently declining over the last couple of days and over the last week as well. Before I start the video, guys, please make sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel for more awesome content, join the family, guys. Let's go on our investor journey together. So if you guys don't know, Workhorse stock actually has not been doing that well this week. If you guys take a look over the last week, it's down 10%, which isn't too bad, but if you guys see, it's like a steady decline downwards, and a lot of people are probably wondering why. Why is Workhorse stock continuing to decline? Isn't it in talk with USPS about a big deal? Isn't it an EV company? Shouldn't it be expanding? Shouldn't it be growing? And you guys have to understand that, one, stocks aren't always going to do good all the time. Even Tesla beat their quarter deliveries, and the stock basically sank 9%. You have to overall understand that sometimes when deals are looming and deals are in talks, that sometimes it dismotivates people to hold the stock itself. It makes people want to sell the stock. Take, for example, when Uber was in talks with Grubhub about acquiring them or buying them out. That deal went on forever and eventually never happened, and then it caused people to sell off the stock. So over time, you have to give stocks time to actually work out a deal. There's a lot of stuff that has to be worked out, but I still think Workhorse stock is a good buy. I think people should invest in Workhorse stock. Obviously, everything I say in my videos is not financial advice. It's just my personal opinion. But the reason why I feel like people should be picking up Workhorse stock is you have to be looking at the long-term perspective when it comes to Workhorse stock. Although right now it's not doing so well, if you look at the 5-year chart, guys, it is still up 296%. And even the 1-year chart, it is still up 595%. Workhorse stock still has a lot of room to grow. It still has a lot of room to expand. It's very early in its life, and the EV company is just now starting to get attention. So with due time, I know that over the next 5 to 10 years, the EV market is going to be blowing up like crazy. I know it's going to be expanding like crazy, and I know a lot of these companies want big stakes in these EV companies because they know the long-term perspective when it comes to battery power is there. A lot of people are investing in these companies. Big-time investors are putting lots of stakes in these companies, always getting analyst upgrades. And specifically with Workhorse stock, as you guys know, the big thing behind Workhorse stock is it's in talks with USPS about a $6 billion deal to roll out 180,000 trucks. Although the deal is speculated to be estimated about $20 billion, I'm just going to roll with the $6 billion. But essentially, they're going to be rolling out 180,000 electric delivery vehicles with a 160-mile charge. And the thing with Workhorse stock, it's already an established company. Although the market cap sits a little under $3 billion, they already have a running factory. They already have a lot of stuff going for the stock itself. So I think people should buy the dip on Workhorse stock. I know Workhorse stock is going to continue to expand. And once it lands the deal with USPS, and I think it will land the deal with USPS, but once it does, it's going to open up a lot more doors of opportunity for Workhorse as a company to expand and grow even more. Looking at it from a bigger perspective, once they land this deal, soon enough, they're going to be working deals with FedEx and UPS and Amazon. You guys see it on the road every single day. The delivery service is huge. It's probably one of the biggest services in the United States. It doesn't matter what you're delivering, whether it be mail or packages or items or luggage. It doesn't matter. But overall, it's a huge market. And Workhorse stock is in this market, and it has a lot of room to grow from here. And I know once it lands this deal, soon enough, it's going to lead as a catalyst to other deals, right? People are going to be like, okay, so Workhorse has a huge deal with this big American time company, United States Postal Service, and they're like, this company probably has something to offer. If you guys don't know, Workhorse stock already has 2 vehicles made. It's the C650, C1000. They've already passed their certifications. They're already grounded and they're ready to drive. And that's a lot better than a lot of other EV companies are doing that are just coming out. Look at Nikola Motors, for example. That company is basically all over the place, but Workhorse stock has established itself, and it continues to grow more and more every single day. I know that most people are basically getting dismotivated when they see the 1-week chart, but even for the 1-month chart, it's still doing very, very well. And you guys have to understand that when it comes to investing in the EV market, you have to be looking at it from the longer term perspective. I'm talking about the next 5 to 10 years. I know in this constant day of trading, most people want to basically buy a stock and sell it the next week or the next day for as much money as possible. For me, when I'm buying Workhorse stock or I'm adding these kind of stocks to my portfolio, what I personally look for is, okay, where do I see this company in 10 years? Now, I'm no genius and I'm not an investing guru or anything like that, but that's what people should be looking for when it comes to Workhorse stock. You got to be looking at the long-term perspective. Let's say you cut your loss on Workhorse stock, it lands the USPS deal, and then what? Soon enough, it's going to be expanding like crazy. That's already going to grow its market cap. It's already getting a lot of attention from big time investors. The EV market is expanding, and so is the battery powered truck service is starting to expand a lot more as well. You already know that a lot of these companies are going to be saving money from getting these vehicles. Companies love to save money, which makes Workhorse stock that much more appetizing. If you can roll out better vehicles with less maintenance costs, that's going to save company money. You know that a lot of these companies are going to be signing deals with these EV companies that are rolling out delivery trucks or large battery powered trucks. All in itself, it's a huge market, and it's a huge untapped market. I think Workhorse stock is going to be a very valuable stock in the future, and I still think it's a very valuable stock now. I still think Workhorse stock has a lot of room to grow, and it has a lot to show for itself as a company, led by a lot of good people, led by a good CEO who backs his company. And I'm very, very bullish on the whole EV industry in itself, just because I know what the EV industry is capable of. I know the long-term expansion behind battery power. Like I said, battery power is very, very new, so there's going to be so much more we can do with it. Updated technology here in 2020. So the technology based on these newer cars and these newer trucks are going to be a lot more advanced than what we're used to before. So it's going to make Workhorse stock, it's going to make their vehicles a lot more appetizing, not only to other companies, but to people worldwide. And it's going to make Workhorse stock a lot more appetizing to big time investors. It already gets analyst upgrades all the time. And there's a lot of retail investors behind Workhorse stock as well. So I think people should pick up Workhorse stock. I think people should buy the dip on Workhorse stock and just wait it out and see, you know. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still an established EV company, so I'm sure it will land a deal, whether it lands a USPS deal or not. But with that being said, guys, that's all I really have to say about the video. Let me know down in the comment section below, guys, what you think of Workhorse stock. I'm very curious to know your guys' opinion. Do you think they're going to land the USPS deal? What is your favorite EV company? Curious to know down, guys, in the comment section. Thank you, guys. Have a great day.